David Haye knocks out Arnold Gjergjaj in the second round. It turned out to be exactly the farce that most of us expected. Most of us were actually, hardcore boxing fans, I guess you could say. The casuals, on the other hand, probably didn't expect it. I don't know. And I've heard somebody online say that David Haye is the Pied Piper of casual boxing fans. And at this point, in the UK at least, that's exactly what he is. Arnold Gjergjaj was terrible. He had very, very poor punch resistance. He was even dropped by a jab at one point from David Haye. And it didn't look like a particularly hard jab. It was kind of a speculative jab. And for a guy as big as him to be getting dropped from a smaller guy like David Haye off a jab, a speculative jab, shows you really the level that Gjergjaj is at. And I'd said pre-fight that David Haye might carry Gjergjaj for a round or two. And that's exactly what we saw in the first round. He dropped Gjergjaj with the first half-decent shot that he threw. And he deliberately let Gjergjaj off the hook. He let him survive the first round and to take it into the second and give the fans a little bit something to look at. That's what happened in the second round. He wasn't really trying that hard, to be honest, to get Gjergjaj out of there. But as I say, every single time that David Haye even landed a glancing blow, Gjergjaj was seriously hurt and found himself on the canvas. So yeah, it was a farce, man. Very, very, very much a joke of a fight, a farce. Incredible that he can pack out arenas with that type of level opposition. So he moves on to face Shannon Briggs. Now, as far as how David Haye looked, I think he did look a bit slow to me. Noticeably slower than how he used to look back in the days. And also the finish was a bit odd. Now, David Haye has never been a guy who's good with short punches, with, throwing shots when his opponent is right in front of him up close. He don't like that. He likes to launch his shots from long range. And we saw that with the finish in this fight. It's like he had Gjergjaj in front of him and he didn't know what to do with him. He was like just clubbing him with these crude right hands. I'm talking about the finish of the fight. He was clubbing him with these crude right hands and it was nothing really, classy about the combinations that he was trying to finish the guy with. And David Haye's always been like that. He can't fight up close. He needs distance and he likes to throw the straight shots, sometimes a looping left hook from long range. But up close, he doesn't like it up there. And that's why he looked very, very crude finishing off Arnold Gjergjaj. Well, it is what it is. He got the job done and he'll move forward. As I said previously, I think he'll deal with Shannon Briggs without too much trouble. Although, watching David Haye's performance there, I do think that Briggs has got a slightly better chance than I initially did, because David Haye himself didn't look great, in my opinion. He didn't look that sharp. I thought that he looked sharper against Mark Demori. And again, this could be something which I spotted this week. When David Haye was on the pads, I said that this week he didn't look particularly sharp. He looked actually quite slow. And maybe what we saw in this fight was a manifestation of that. Maybe he's nursing an injury to his left shoulder. Maybe he's just tired from training. Maybe his energy reserves are not really where they were when he fought Demori. I don't know. But either way, I still think he'll beat Briggs and beat him fairly comfortably. But he didn't look that great himself, to be honest. Didn't look that sharp or that fast to me. So anyway, let me know how you feel about Haye's performance. What did you make of it? It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.